Hi, I'm Sriram. I'm from the B2 office. This is Hari. We developed this application as part of the mobile application development competition for ThoughtWorks. It's Kannada for Android. What we do here is it's an application that sees, scans, and recognizes Kannada characters. Yeah. So if you go here, what is the motivation behind doing this project? How did this project eureka on our heads? That's the question basically. So what happened was I just go through a small story actually. I'm new to Bangalore, so I just go stand in the bus stop, and then I get into. I stand in the bus stop, ask this guy whether this bus goes to this place or not. Okay, what happens is the guy in the bus who's actually sitting, he says that okay, yeah, he just nods just that. Okay, I think that this bus goes to this place, and I get up and I go into the bus. Then the conductor comes and like asks me where do you want to go. I tell the place, he like scorns at me and then pushes me out of the bus, saying okay, this is not going to that place. So the thing is, two morals of this story. First thing is, never ask the guy in the bus where he is going, okay, because he himself doesn't know where he is going. That is one thing. And the second thing is, I definitely need an application which recognizes Kannada characters. So that was the major point where we decided we have to develop this application. Okay, so what are the areas of this application? The first thing is you can read that's a restaurant, I think, and I have no idea about Kannada. Okay, so people who can understand it, I think you can better see. I think it's a restaurant. This is a signboard where you can use it. This is like a movie poster, and that's an article. Okay, these are the areas of application where you can actually use it and understand Kannada for people who cannot understand it. Okay, so this is the application, basically the first screen of the application. So as I've seen the film Prestige, so every magic trick consists of 3 parts or acts. Okay, the first thing is the first thing here is like seeing. Okay, the first part is a pledge. I think if can people say what this is actually?
Okay, I got the app on my phone. Probably after this presentation, if you have time, we can just demo it over here.
Yeah. So I think this is Kannada, written in Kannada. So okay, the first part is the yeah. This is the only thing I know about Kannada as of now. Okay, so this is the pledge. So first we take a picture, snap of the characters. The next thing is all the processing happens. I just explained how this is going on in the Android phones actually. So what?
Windows coming up.
Okay. Okay. So the next part is the turn, the real magic, and the next you have the results. Okay. So what happened here is you have the answers in Kannada actually. This is the Kannada font in the Android phone, and then you have the literal translation of it. This is like Kannada, I think so. So you have the literal translation of it in English actually. And you have a speak button also for people who cannot speak. I don't know. Okay, just a text-to-speech conversion. Normal Android text-to-speech conversion. You click on it, it speaks. Not in the Kannada accent. It's the English accent. Okay, it's like Kannada, something like that. I don't know. Yeah. So okay, I'll go through the application flow, how it happens actually. So the first thing is the training. Your system has to be trained with Kannada characters. The next thing is the image input. The next thing is the OCR. Okay, so what is training and how does training happen? The first thing is your phone, it does not understand images, it has to understand Kannada characters as such. So the first thing is you have to train your system with Kannada characters. Okay, so the problem was we didn't have any free optical character recognizer for Kannada. We saw some of these, but they were not suitable for your mobile phones as such. So what we did was we went ahead and developed our own OCR for Kannada. Then how is the training done? How is the system trained with your with all these Kannada characters? Is done using neural network. So as of now, there are like 368 characters that has been trained in your. I think there are like 457 characters.
No, we are never complete. I think the moment you keep on training, it keeps on adding. So we thought the most probable characters we have trained them.
Yeah. So the most probable characters we have trained into the phone, and then the speed of the training. Actually, if you see, neural network training takes a lot of time. So we have reduced the speed from like hours to like milliseconds as of now. The thing is, I'm not able to show you the training screen here. It directly goes to training complete. So there is a training screen in training screen which we're not showing in here. Okay. So next is the image input. After that you have the OCR. What happens here is three processes. One is the pre-processing, processing, and recognition. I'll explain all this in the next slides. Okay. Okay. So this is Kannada written in Kannada. So let's see what happens behind the screens. The first thing is pre-processing. Okay. The first thing is noise removal. Okay. In that image, we didn't have any noise. I was not able to get an image with noise actually. So there's just plain texture. The noise in the noise removal stage, the noise is removed, and that is done using a general convolution algorithm. The next thing is thresholding. What is thresholding? Thresholding is you have your gray pixels, black pixels, and other you may have other pixels, but you should exactly know where the characters are. Okay, so what happens is your gray and grayish image or color image is converted into pure black and white pixels. That's what happens in the thresholding part of it. Okay, then you have the localization. Now, given that in this image you have this image, you have to localize where the characters are. So you have to give a rectangular box saying, okay, the characters are present in here. So that happens in this localization part of the algorithm. And then you have the segmentation. Now, given that you have localized, this is the part where the characters are, you have to split it saying, okay, this is the first character, this is the second character, this is the third character. So that's what happens in segmentation. Then you have thinning. Okay, this part is, we used a Hilditch algorithm for this. So what happens is, you have what is like 3 or 4 layers around it. You have to peel off all the layers so that it's like one layer which you can recognize it, which the system you have trained has to recognize. So it's like if you see the second character, you can see clearly that it, okay, so for in layman terms, it's like the big is becoming small. I mean, the big character has become small. That's it. So this is what happens in thinning. And if you go, then the next thing is downsampling. Downsampling is this character has to be downsampled to a 15 by 15. We have used a 15 by 15 pixels actually. That was taken from the simulator. So if you see, that is like arrays of zeros and 1 pixels. The black are 0 and the white and the hash are 1. So what happens is it converts into a zeros and 1s so that the neural network can understand it. And then you have the downsample segments. Give it to the neural network. We have used a coherent neural network, which is the simplest neural network available. And then you get the recognized characters. That's it. So this is how it happens. Okay. The next thing is the technical challenges. The first thing was huge amount of character set. That was the big problem which I had. If you're developing an OCR for English, it's just 62 characters. But now we have 368 characters. The other thing is no proper interspacing between characters. Some characters are really big, some characters are really small. That was one problem. Not of equal length. And we had this, if you take an image with a shadow, we are not able to recognize it as of now. So there are like shadow and font restrictions. And the training is restricted to 15 by 15 size because the total resource that Android phone accepts is 1 MB. So the training is restricted to that. And then we don't have, as of, if you see, it just takes you, it just gives a literal translation in English. We didn't get a proper Kannada to English converter as a dictionary or an API. So we have one website, but it is not so useful. So we are searching for that. Once that is done, we can go live actually. Yeah, and yeah, I got the questions later. The other thing is we presented the same in a mobile camp, in a conference called Mobile Camp in IIM Bangalore, and we had an article in Bangalore Mirror. So these were the first impressions, and then few more on Twitter. On the way, we have meanings in English, multiple line recognition. As of now, we recognize only one word, so we may have multiple line recognition. The other thing is recognizing buzzwords, for which we started the project as such. And then processing from the live stream. So, now it's image processing, we do a video processing after this. And then other Indian language support. Like we have a lot of potential because the OCR part of it separate. We can train for Tamil, Telugu, whatever, Arabic, whatever you want. Yeah, this is the
So you can visit the website, or if you have any ideas, post your queries to kannada.android@gmail.com. So we are ready for the questions.
Yeah,
So
questions? We can show the demo, but
probably during the break we can just
during
show
the
the
break,
demo.
if-
We have
if-
got
if-
some
yeah.
few things.
If you're interested, we can actually show the demo during the break. I know it was fast because I had a lot of slides.